Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome. I am Meredith. I am here with our message for the 18th of July, 2025. We're using the Morgan Greer Tarot for our message today. We have an interesting cosmos. We have the sun in Cancer, of course. The moon has shifted into Taurus. That's a nice combination. Actually, think about it. Think about the energies of Cancer. Think about the energies of Taurus. Whew. That'll be fun. All right. Then we have our wonderful retrogrades. Pluto, Neptune. Saturn has moved into retrograde in Aries, and Mercury has gone retrograde in Leo. Yeah, nice, right? Let's see what kind of journey we are embarking on in this retrograde parade. Our first card is, oh nice, the lovely Queen of Cups. Woo! Heart-centered, loving, intuition being downloaded as we speak. I'm going to wait till we see a few more cards here to circle back around to this beautiful queen, because I want to pay attention to the fact that she's looking left and all of this is at her back. So let's take a look at what comes next. Ten of Wands. An abundance of resource here in the Ten of Wands. You know, Ace of Wands, Power of 10. The energy of the Suit of Wands is all about motivation, enthusiasm, creativity, fire, lots of fire. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius in that suit. Fire meets water in the Queen. So we've got a steamy situation. Let's see what the next three are. And look, these two are back to back. All right. Oh, nice. Now we have the Knight of Swords. This is coming together with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and another 10, the 10 of Swords. Excellent. Okay. I feel like the intuition has us covered coming and going. That's what I got here. And I also feel with that Knight of Swords in the mix, we have targeted something in our manifestation journey, in our, the way we, what's the word I want to use here? I don't know how I want to explain that one. I feel like we're taking targeted action with what's on offer to us in this Wheel of Fortune. That's divine destiny. And it's the divine delivery system connected to our self-mastery, which is really quite interesting when you think about how last week, the week before, we were peppered with pages. So we were bringing all of our experience to a new threshold. We've seen the Ace of Pentacles many times. We've seen the Two of Wands, not as much, but it's been around. So we've been crossing thresholds. We've been stepping into new opportunities, and our awarenesses are heightened through our intuition, and we have all the resource, all the mastery. We've got 3 10s sitting right here. You know, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 out of the major arcana in the Wheel of Fortune. And we have a very intuitive, heart-centered queen over here directing it all, or bringing it all. I might do something different at the end of this reading. We'll see. Let's see what's next. The Sun. How gorgeous is that? Happiest card in tarot. And the King of Pentacles. What I feel here is that the path is lit for us by the Sun. The Sun is the happiest pinnacle card in tarot. So we end up having brilliant clarity, and I feel that that brilliant clarity comes through our intuitive messages. And then we combine all of that with our experience, our mastery, and our really keen intellect, so we know exactly how to use all the fiery resource on offer to us in the 10 of Wands, which is beautiful. You know, both of these 10s in tarot, people cringe over them. I welcome them personally, because think of the 10 of Swords for a moment and think of how many times we've seen the Devil card, the Death card, the Tower card's been a little more present as well. And it's through our experience and our self-mastery that we reinvent ourselves. And that's really what's happening here on the 10 of Swords. It's a reinvention of self. Ace of Swords, brilliant clarity, everlasting strength to the power of 10. And then we have the Ace of Wands to the power of 10. We have the divine delivery system. This is huge. Now we have the King of Pentacles. And you know, I talk about the King and the Queen as creating a ripple effect of manifestation that eventually will cycle around and ripple back on itself, which is amazing. It's like we send it out and then it comes back. How beautiful is that? We're being guided so sweetly by our own intuition. So I feel like all this great energy is what this Queen has in her back pocket. Let's see what's next. We got 4 cards here in the last position. And there it is. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. I just mentioned it. And here's the doorway. Here's the threshold. And as I've mentioned before, this particular ace is one of great love. And it's the pure, raw energy, creative energy of love that we're talking about on this card. It's how we direct our love into our manifestation. It's a very essential ingredient. You got to love what you're going after, right? And here's the doorway of opportunity. And I feel like this Queen may be looking back through this portal on this ace and having a wow moment of, whew, that was one heck of a journey. And what's next? That's kind of exciting. And then we have the Knight of Cups. Excellent. So this is momentum from the intuitive messages in the hands of the Knight. Knights move energy between cards. Where are we taking this Ace of Cups? Love, bliss, joy, happiness on overflow in the light of the sun and the brilliant clarity and all this experience and resource. Where are we going with that? Well, right through this doorway of pure raw love on the Ace of Pentacles and lots of abundance too. Next we have, whoa, look at that, the High Priestess. So we're back again to the, oh. So this is what I see right now. Maybe it's not so much that this Queen is looking back through this portal. It's that she's bringing all of this through the portal. And what is she seeing but the High Priestess? This is an evolution of our intuitive messages, guidance, gifts, abilities, right? So be prepared for a bit of an upgrade. And, you know, it's kind of interesting is that we've got these 4 planets in retrograde right now, giving us an opportunity to reflect, review, be reminded, so that we can take a look at, I'd love to see the Judgment card. I'm sort of praying this is the Judgment card coming next, because that's a resurrection card. Then again, if it's not, maybe it's because there's nothing we need to resurrect. We have everything right here in our wands, in our swords. We've got all the resource and all the know-how to take the next steps in brilliant clarity as we fulfill our divine destiny. Next we have then, oh, hey, the High Priestess with the High Priest. Wow. This is heaven touching earth right here with these 2 cards. And these 2 are a pair in tarot in the sense that we have the divine feminine, the divine masculine in a high priest, high priestess situation. So this is a card, the High Priest, the Hierophant, is number 5 in the major arcana. So this is change. We've seen that message forever. Well, at least for months. But isn't every moment about change potentially? So there's change here, there's tradition, and there's us bucking the system, which I'm a huge fan of absolutely buck the system. And if you find yourself really, really, really comfortable where you are, check that out and see if anything needs changing up, because we are in a profound ripple of manifestation, and we're looking to the oncoming. We're looking to the next horizon and what we are specifically going to put on that horizon for ourselves. And we're seeing that, viewing that through our own experience in these 3 tens, wands, swords, and wheel of fortune. There's a measure of destiny mixed into all of that. And we're not messing around either, because we have this Knight of Swords. And as I've shared with you time and again, one of the wonderful little sayings about this card is that the Knight of Swords prefers to have blood on his sword. Get out of the way. We're unstoppable. That's what that means. And we're not going to quit. We're not going to throw in the towel. We will not give up. We've seen those messages for quite some time out of Angel Answers as well. So we have harmony in Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, most especially in our intuitive blessings and gifts. And we're willing to leverage what we receive informatively through our intuition. We're willing to make change within our journey. Whatever course we've set, we're willing to be flexible with divinity and go with the flow and allow. I like that. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. How's the universe helping us out behind the scenes? And we have a Page of Wands. I like this too because it shows, here we've got all this experience in our tens, right? We're willing to bring all of our experience to new situations. We're not going to rest on our laurels, which is exactly what we're talking about over here. We have a doorway. We have a threshold to cross, and we're going to do that. We're going to do it boldly and bravely because, well, we're curious and we can. Next. 3 Cups. It pays rewards for questioning things and, testing our own comfort zone and our own comfort level. So here's the ladies from Justice, Strength, and Temperance showing up in celebration on the 3 of Cups. So we're celebrating the new steps we're taking in the new directions we're traveling. Awesome. And then nice, because there's the Hermit, because a quest beckons. That's the heart of this card. And it is a choice only we can make for ourselves. Hence why the Hermit is often considered a card of solitude. Because it's an individual decision and choice. No one makes it for us. No one does it for us at all. Now, the Hermit has the light of the sun in his lantern there. So our pathway is beautifully lit by the sun's energy in that lantern. And the heart of this card is a quest beckons. And the beckoning quest is the journey that we're seeing through this portal, through this doorway on the Ace of Pentacles. And we're going there intuitively because we've been around this mulberry bush a time or two. And we have some amazing Ten of Swords life experience to bring to the new in the now. Yeah, good. Another knight for us, Knight of Pentacles. I love this knight because he's so detail oriented and the details matter. Not so that we can be hung up on them. It's just that we're so keenly awake, aware, and alert in our intuitive blessings, which are also in evolution because we move from the Queen of Cups into the High Priestess. So minor arcana, major arcana. This is an evolution of our blessings and gifts. Sweet. So, nice. So we have another matched pair here in the sense that we have the Queen and the King of Pentacles showing up, just like we have the High Priestess and the High Priest. So there's a lot of harmony going on for us. Use this retrograde energy to your highest and greatest benefits for amazing outcomes. Yeah, next we have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, 4 of Swords. Ooh, and a turned over card in the deck. What could this be? Oh, the World. Total fulfillment there in that card. So We're ace heavy in the reading today, which is beautiful. That means any potential challenges out in front of us are easily neutralized. Be prepared for what you have set in motion in the evolution of your intuitive gifts. Ooh, all right. I'm all for it. Angel answers. Okay. Seriously. This is what's on the bottom of the deck. Listen to your intuition. Okay. A fresh message, confirmation of the reading, an answer to a question that you may have. Within the next few weeks. Another timing card, and I think we had this one, was it yesterday? Recently anyway, but I thought it was within the next few months. Regardless, this energy's here to stay for a bit. Have fun with it. You know what? Mercury's retrograde until the 11th of August. Some of these other retrogrades are going through October, November. So yeah, the weeks part may have something to do with retrograde Mercury, because that concludes on the 11th of August, and then the rest of them conclude in October and November. So weeks and months. Look for a sign. As in, this reading is your first sign. Jeez. Coming back again. Big happy changes. You gotta love seeing that. And that's woven into the tens there that we have in abundance on the table. It's up to you. As if we needed that reminder a second time, but maybe some of us do. Nobody does any of this for us. We do it for ourselves. And I sense that we are all fired up to keep going, to keep blazing our trail. I like that Taurus energy in the moon combined with the Cancer energy in the sun, because the water signs are so deeply, deeply intuitive, and the earth signs are somewhat slow moving, though they are unstoppable forces. And that's beautiful, to bring an unstoppable force into your manifestation guided by your intuition. Ooh, it is up to you. Get strong, be strong, stay strong, folks. And then we have the emphatic yes. I feel like one more from this deck. Why not? Okay. Nice. I like that, because I said that. Don't stop. Don't quit. And then we have the trust card. Trust yourself. Trust your journey. Don't be talked out of what you know to be true for you. Everybody's got opinions. That's okay. They're entitled to them. You keep doing you. All right. Final word. Angels and ancestors. How is our soulful presence informing our waking consciousness? I feel satisfied with the message of the Queen of Cups there. I was going to do something a little different to see what she's looking at. Maybe I will. We'll see. Let's see what our final card is from Angels and Ancestors. Okay, we have the Spring card. See your seeds grow. Oh, cool. Yeah, so some of us have some really good evidence of our manifestation journeys blossoming in the now. Seeds we planted when? Back in the spring. And then we have the Moon card. Take note of intuitive messages. So, you know, what is that? Four times over in this reading. We've got look for a sign. We've got the High Priestess, the Queen of Cups, and now this Moon card on the table. Intuitive messages are going to be profound for us. What is the Queen looking at? If she has all of this at her back, right? What is this Queen actually staring at? The fourth ace. The Ace of Swords. Brilliant clarity, everlasting strength. This is a never give up card if you ever saw one in tarot. And then, combine that with the Ace of Swords to the power of 10, which represents collectively our life experience of brilliant clarity and everlasting strength. This also indicates just how clear and focused and sharp our intuitive messages are right now. And what came out with the Ace of Swords is the Nine of Pentacles. And as I said, you do you. This is the self-sovereign card. This is the self-relationship and divine harmony in self-relationship, which we have twice over in this reading with the King and Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess and Hierophant. Just a moment more, folks. Is there anything more this Queen is looking at that's important for us to know? Yeah, there it is. Just came flying out sideways, almost went to the floor. 9 of Cups. That's your dreams coming true and your wishes being fulfilled, because that's totally up to you. So having our focus on that, and the 2 9s to go with all those 10s and all this intuition. 9s are a completion number, and not just in tarot. So I have the message here too that we are so much closer than we realize to a fulfillment that we didn't even potentially understand how profound that fulfillment can and will be. I think we've been brushing up against it in our intuition, and now we're going to get a very bold and profound confirmation of how powerful our creative force is. Embrace the magic, folks. Have a beautiful weekend. Peace, love, happiness. Namaste. So you can go. There it is. Have a great day, everyone.